So in this video, we're going to learn how to graph a horizontal and a vertical line. So the first thing that we have to do is understand the difference between horizontal and vertical lines. So I drew out some pictures for you, but I kind of wanted to give you some other ideas to maybe think about because I always got these confused when I was in school. So horizontal line, they always told me, well, that means what goes with the horizon. So to give you some little context, I want you to imagine a sunset, okay, disappearing, and that's going to be in the horizon or your horizontal line. A vertical line over here is something that's going to go straight up and down. So something kind of fun to think about is if you were jumping on a trampoline and you were going up and down, that you would be doing a vertical line or diving in the water of some type or jumping in. Okay, so we're going to graph two lines and then we're going to make some conclusions at the end about horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, so this one, first one says x is equal to 2. Notice there's no y value. It's literally x is equal to 2, which means x is always going to equal 2. It doesn't matter what y is. So when I do these, when I was first learning, I always had to write out a t-chart and say, okay, x is always equal to 2. Doesn't matter what y is. So I'm just going to write some 2's. And I'm going to pick some values for y because it doesn't matter what y is. X is always going to equal 2. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to pick a -2, a -1, a 0, and a 1. Let's just go with that. And I'm going to plot my points and see what happens. So if I plot 2, -2, that puts me here. 2, -1 puts me here. 2, 0 puts me here. And 2, 1 puts me here. If I graph these, what kind of line am I getting? I'm getting an up and down line, which is the vertical line. So that means, based on our example that we just did, anytime you have something that is x is equal to some number, that's going to be a vertical line. So I can come up here, for a vertical line, I can say x is going to equal some number. And when you're graphing it, if you don't want to take the time to make this chart, you can say, okay, well, here's x is equal to 2, and I know I have a vertical line, so I have to go up and down through that point. And let's do our last example. You can probably guess what kind of line this is, but we can go through and make me have you understand why. So, y is equal to -3. Notice in this one, there's no x value. So that means that y is always going to equal -3. It doesn't matter what doesn't matter what x is. So it's going to be -3, -3, -3, -3. Doesn't matter what x is. So I'm going to pick some points. -2, -1, 0, 1. Okay, now I'm going to graph them. -2, -3, -1, -3, 0, -3. 1, -3. What are you noticing? If I draw a line through all my points, it's a horizontal line. So that means that anytime you have y equals a number, that you're going to get a horizontal line. So I can come up here and I can write this down. Horizontal is y is going to equal a number. And if you don't want to take the time to make the t-chart, when I'm graphing this, I can say, okay, I'm starting at my origin. I'm going to go down to y equals -3. I'm going to plot the point here. I know because it's y equals is a horizontal line, so I'm going to graph my line like so. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.